Okay, we're here at the Premier Diploma in Fort Lauderdale, looking at systems of play. And the system we're going to look at right now is the 1-4-3-3. And just a general cursory look at the strengths and weaknesses of the 4-3-3. Different ways you can shape your midfield in a 4-3-3. We'll just go with one defensive midfield player and two attacking midfield players. Axis is going this way. Set up with three forward players, winger, centre forward, another winger, and then your back four. Okay, so we look at some of the strengths right off of the 4-3-3. We see immediately that there are three central midfield players in here. So no matter what system you're playing against, gives you strength of numbers in the middle of midfield. Playing against a 4-4-2, you'll have an extra player in the middle of midfield with these three here. Even playing against a 3-5-2 with three central players, you won't be outnumbered. So one of the strengths of this system particularly is the numbers we have in the middle of midfield right here. Also playing with three forward players gives us a chance to press a little bit, and also for me, playing with three forwards up front psychologically puts us in kind of an attack mode if we're going to go and win the ball back. Natural pairs on the flanks. Just like you have a 4-4-2, in a 4-3-3 you have natural pairs on the flanks here, fullbacks and wingers, getting your three central midfield players and your pair at the back. Okay. The thing I like about the 4-3-3 is you can play any type of style you want. It gives you the option, if you're a possession-oriented team, to keep the ball through midfield with these players right here, but also an option with three front targets to go vertical quickly and then play up and behind them. So you have a choice to play possession-oriented soccer through the midfield right here with your numbers, or to go into three distinct target players up top. What I like about the 4-3-3, there's also natural support wherever the ball is. If the ball goes from a central defender into midfield right here, we have a nice triangle in here. If the ball goes into the flank player, we have support attacking midfield player, fullback. If the ball goes from the fullback into the centre forward, we have support here from the winger and support from the attacking midfield player. So wherever the ball on the field is, we have natural support angles in a 4-3-3. Some of the weaknesses of the 4-3-3, and this is where you have to decide as a coach, you could potentially be defending with only 7. If you decide to leave 3 up top, then you've only got 3 in midfield and 4 defenders. So one of the big problems you have to deal with in a 4-3-3 is how you're going to defend these spaces right here. Okay, if you decide to leave your 3 forwards up top, it's pretty hard to do high pressing because you don't want your fullbacks disconnected from your back 4. So high pressing up here, dealing with this space, your fullback's going to have to come a good 20 yards, gets disconnected. It's a big disadvantage. So how we deal with that, we try and stay nice and compact as a unit. It's a good midfield pressing system, and possibly if the ball's over here, we may have to have one of our attacking midfielders come across and keep the ball on this side of the field. So that's how we deal with the space in a 4-3-3. That's one of the significant weaknesses. Another weakness is, if you're not careful, is playing with 3 up front. The 3 forward players can be very static. So if you're not careful, you're playing with one more forward with his back to goal. So a vertical pass going to the feet of the centre forward, you've got now 3 players potentially facing away from the goal. So that could be a significant weakness. And also tendencies sometimes, if you give players positions, they can become very static. So you've got winger, centre forward. Well, obviously, you know, if you have a winger over here, we've only got 1 player in the box, which is a weakness. So it's critical that we have an attacking midfield player now to make the box and join in. So strengths and weaknesses of a 4-3-3. One of the favourite systems in the world at the moment, we talk about breaking up the lines, getting away from the 4-4-2, 2 banks of 8. We've got 1 line, another line, potentially another line and another line. So breaking up the lines, it's a very popular system right now, and one that we are excited to teach here at the Premier Diploma.